Come with me to get my iron infusion, y'all, for the first time. I am Tiffany Monique, you guys, and I'm being very transparent in this video about my iron infusion. Yeah, so let's go to get this iron infusion. Okay, hey y'all, hey, it's me, Tiffany, and I am about to go and get a iron transfusion for the first time. I am kind of nervous, but they said this is safe, okay? So it's better than sitting without iron. Okay, so the reason why I'm going to get an iron transfusion is because I have heavy periods and I need to... Oh, it's hot. Hold on. Let me turn it down a little bit. So yeah, the reason why I have to go get an iron transfusion is because I have heavy periods. And of course, I have to get further testing done through my gynecologist to see why I'm having heavy periods. What I heard was that it could be that I have fibroids, or that I have, I don't know, I see endometriosis. I seen an A word, adenomyosis. I don't know what that is. I don't know why I'm having heavy periods, and I do have symptoms like I have right now. I'm sitting here right now. I have a little pelvic situation going on. Okay, so I don't know what that's about, but I do have a gynecologist appointment that is following this appointment. So yeah, but in the meantime, in between time, my iron level and my ferritin has been low. Every time I have a period, my levels drop. Like, my period is literally sucking me dry. Okay, it's sucking me dry. I'm taking 3 iron tablets a day. That's not working. At first, when I found out I was anemic, I was severe anemic. Like, I was really depleted. So then the doctor was like, you need to go to the ER really quick. You need to get there right now. How do you feel? Are you having shortness of breath? Are you having what are your symptoms? And at the time, are you having fatigue? Fatigue is a really big sign that your iron is low. I did know my hair was falling out for sure. So when my doctor, he was mentioning like blood transfusion, iron transfusion, and I was like, heck no. Those were the options that he was giving me, and I was just like, no, I'm scared of all that. So I begged him to give me iron tablets. So my iron rose up. It started to rise, every time I would go, I started taking it. He prescribed it 1 time a day. Then when I went and it wasn't high enough, okay, 2 times a day. Then the next time, 3 times a day with vitamin C, because vitamin C helps you absorb iron. So that's been my journey so far, and right now I'm at 3 tablets a day, and I ain't gonna even hold you. It's been hard to even try to take 3 tablets a day, plus whatever other medicine I'm taking, because I don't know. But then I set an alarm for myself, and I was going across them train tracks. I had to make sure I was getting out. So anyway, yeah, so my iron journey has been crazy, especially turning in my late 30s. I just turned, what I turned. Thank God that I did turn that age. But with turning that age, I guess my body is changing, and it's like trying to, I don't know, maybe it is fibroids. I don't even know. I did see a case with this lady on the news. She said that they took out like 27 fibroids, and one of those fibroids was so big, it weighed like a lot. Hopefully that's not my case. I don't know what is going on, what is causing me to have heavy periods and to drain out all my nutrients, basically. So yeah, I can't keep sitting there taking no 3 tablets a day, and it's just every time I have a period, it's just draining out what I build up. I'm eating spinach, I'm eating iron rich foods. Like, damn, this has been a journey. Like, I'm eating everything I can. I'm eating a lot of spinach. I'm eating cream of wheat, because cream of wheat has, you know, a lot of B vitamins. So not just cream of wheat, I'm eating meats with iron, because you can get iron from different sources, and I feel like I've done everything I possibly could do. So I'm at the end, and finally when a doctor called me, he was like, your iron is at a 12. Well, that's what she said, a 12, but it seemed like it was at a 14, but then it takes drops every time I have a period. And then my doctor was saying, because I have a hematologist and I have a regular PCP doctor, and so, you know, I'm getting blood tests from both of them. I take regular blood tests all the time. You have to when you go to specialists and stuff like that. I know this is kind of lengthy, but I kind of just wanted to tell you the journey that I've been, you know, on. And, you know, I just do it silently. My hair, I cut my hair off, so right now it's not falling out or anything like that. But I remember when it was going thin, that was one of the reasons why I was like, you know what, I ain't taking care of this hair. I really want it to go. It could go. Okay, so because I wasn't taking care of no hair, and then it was looking kind of sparse to me. it wasn't giving healthy. So yeah, but your hair is a big indicator of, okay, your iron is low, you know, thinning of hair. So what else can I tell y'all? What other symptoms? Fatigue is definitely a big one. And yeah, have I been fatigued? A little bit. I feel a little sluggish. And wait a minute, the last couple days, like, I just had a big period right now, because today is it's July 23rd, 2026. Yeah, I just had a period for 5 days, and that period low-key took me out. And then the last period, I almost felt dizzy, and I wanted to faint. And then from this period, I felt like I was dead. And then big blood clots. That's another indicator that if you're having big blood clots come out, that's another big indicator that there's something going on in your reproductive. There's something going on with your uterus. There's something going on with your levels. And regular blood work. You have to get regular blood work in order to be able to tell these things. So yeah, but anyways, come with me to get a blood infusion. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to film, because I'm gonna be trying to, you know, document what's going on. Like, this is my first iron infusion, and I'm nervous because they said you could have anaphylactic shock or something like that. But then they're saying, my doctor said it's they do it all the time, it's fairly safe. But then I saw different people's reviews on their iron infusion, and they saying that because of course I looked it up to see other people's experience, so I could see, damn it, what the hell am I in for, you know what I mean? So some people were saying that they had shortness of breath. But damn it, you get shortness of breath if you ain't got no iron. You gonna get shortness of breath with the damn iron. I don't know, but yeah, so I looked it up to see what. And then they were saying that you got to check to see which iron you it depends. I don't know, I guess there's a difference in irons that can depend if you're going to have allergic reaction. I don't know which iron I'm supposed to have. They don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be allergic or anything like that. I don't know what symptoms I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna definitely document them and let you guys know. I'm hearing fever, I'm hearing everything. So anyway, let me stop talking. This is already 8 minutes. Oh my God. So I'm headed to the hospital right now. I know first I have to have a doctor's appointment with the doctor, and then I'm going in for the IV iron. So maybe I'm dramatic about it, but I'm nervous, so I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna feel after. I don't know what to expect. And she said the appointment gonna take 3 hours. So let's see what's going on. I will check in with you guys later. I'm gonna try to film what I can, but I'm gonna definitely come back and tell you my experience. This is how my hair came out. I gelled it down today. I know I shouldn't even be worried about my hair, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Still gotta be cute while bleeding out for my life, okay? Y'all, they gave me a wristband. I'm going in for real treatment. It's real now. I never drank Ensure before. It's no big deal. This is me laying up in the recliner with my feet kicked up in my blanket, and I am getting my iron infusion. And you know what? It's been a long day. My appointment was supposed to be 3 hours, but it turned into like 5 hours. I am exhausted at this point, and as you can see, I am at the end of my iron infusion. The bag is almost empty. I'm relaxed. I'm sleepy. They gave me Benadryl. I am really happy that I did decide to get my iron infusion. I am really hopeful for my levels to come up, and I want to feel better. So this is me in the car after my iron infusion, and I am literally exhausted. I feel worn out. I feel like I am flushed everywhere. Like all the IV drips that flowed in my body, I can feel it flowing through my bloodstream. They wrapped my arm up where the IV was. Hey you guys, it's me Tiffany, and I am back home, and I did want to come on here and just tell you guys how I feel. I'm feeling like a flush and a rush of iron has just entered my system, and yeah, I feel just very flushed. I can feel my blood circulating. I was severely anemic, okay? From my last labs, my iron was at a 12, and I know my ferritin restores were low. I did my due diligence with taking my iron tablets 3 times a day, but honestly, it just simply wasn't working when you have a heavy period. My nurses, from the time I got there, the nurses were very nice, had really good bedside manner, which I could appreciate, because me going in there, for my first iron infusion, I was very nervous. I ain't gonna even hold you. I was very, very nervous about the whole thing. So yeah, my nurse was very, very nice. Of course, my veins want to be jumping and hiding and doing the most. But she hit that vein really, really well and was able to IV me quick, because it's the worst when a nurse is just digging in your arm. So she hit my vein, put the IV in. She put some saline in there. I had to get water. I was very hydrated. I got it through a bag. I tried to show you guys the drips in the bags. And then I had to do the liquid iron test to see if I was going to have an allergic reaction to it. I didn't have an allergic reaction to it, but I did kind of feel like my chest was heavy. But it could have been my chest could have been heavy due to the fact that I have big boobs, and I was kind of tilted back because I was on a recliner with my legs kicked up. I had me a blanket. I was very much comfortable, okay? So all in all, I had a very comfortable iron infusion today. And right now, when I came home, I felt wiped out. I felt very tired. I felt sleepy. I slept through the whole iron infusion because they also gave me pre-medications. I took 2 Tylenols, 1,000 milligrams, and I also took some Benadryl. So that's why I was very groggy, sleepy. And really, it relaxed me, and it really took the nerves out of the whole thing for me, because I was very nervous. I didn't know what to expect. I was looking online, and I just seen things that made me so nervous, so on edge about doing it, and made me not want to do it at all. So, but this was my last resort, and I'm happy that I did do it, because I think that all in all, the iron infusion for me is going to do well. I didn't have little to no symptoms except tiredness, but of course that's from the Benadryl. I had to come home and immediately take a nap so I could sleep off that Benadryl. I'm happy I did, and the only reason why I'm up right now is because I definitely wanted to update you guys on just my at-home symptoms, how I'm feeling, because I've been at this all day. They said that the appointment was supposed to be 3 hours. It turned into 5 hours. I don't know how that happened, but it just did. And then, like I said, I was feeling some chest heaviness, which is a symptom and a side effect. Chest pain. I didn't feel pain, but I think it was just these big boobies while I'm reclining back on that recliner, and it was just getting to me. So me and my nurse, we stopped it. I told her what I was feeling, and we stopped the iron infusion, and I took a little break because it was just nonstop. Saline bags, pre-medication bags, IV drips. All of these were through an IV drip. And it was just nonstop. I needed a little break, so I took a 20-minute break. She checked my vitals, my blood pressure levels, my temperature. She checked my vital signs and everything like that. And everything turned out to be good. My blood pressure was good during the whole thing. Because, of course, I ran up in there and told the lady that, I don't know. I think it was these heavy boobies. And I did wear comfortable clothes. I don't know why I wore my little jumpsuit, but I just wore the little comfortable jumpsuit. And all in all, so far, I can't really complain. I just know that you just feel a constant rush from the whole time, all day I've been feeling a constant rush. You feel the medications in your body and in your system working. And right now I'm feeling super sleepy still. I'm still tired and sleepy. And I need to still sleep this off. I think these side effects of the sleep and tiredness and the fatigue, hopefully after this iron infusion, will wear off after a certain time. I just wanted to give y'all my real emotions and how I feel. I just feel it working from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. I needed it, and I am hopeful about this whole thing. I went from nervous to hopeful to, I'm happy. And I couldn't keep walking around like, oh, I'm taking these tablets, knowing darn well every time my period come, they not working. Iron levels is just going down. Ferritin in the tubes, like in the trash. You know what I mean? Like, Iron tablets are good, and take your supplements. I'm not giving nobody no medical advice, but and iron supplements actually did help me. They actually did suppress like cravings and things, because people talking about they craving dirt and craving ice. I haven't craved ice, and I haven't craved dirt because I supplemented the whole time. So always take your supplements until you decide that you want to take your iron infusion. And eat iron-rich foods. Eat your meats high in iron. I think red meats are high in iron. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. In which I did all of the things. I ate green leafy vegetables, my spinach. Like everything was drizzled in some spinach. I eat spinach on a daily basis. And I take my vitamin C so that the vitamin C can help me absorb. But every time my period would come, of course, everything just sucked me dry. Like, my nutrients were just sucked dry. I did drink an Ensure while I was there full of nutrients. I think I'm going to buy some of those because they're heavy in all the vitamins. Just on days when you feel like you're not going to make your vitamin or your nutrient goal, you need to definitely drink something, eat something that's going to fill that void of the nutrients. What else can I say? Oh, I do have an ultrasound coming up to check to see why am I having heavy periods. So I'll keep you posted on that. Like, why am I having heavy periods? What is the cause? Is it fibroids? Is it endometriosis? What is it? So yes, I am going to follow up with my ultrasound of course, with my OBGYN. I'm going to the gynecologist. And of course, I'm gonna have my ultrasound first. So I go take the ultrasound first, and then I have a follow-up appointment with my gynecologist. So yes, I'm about to be on this because you have to stay on top of your health. Make sure you get regular blood work. Make sure you go to your doctor's appointments, talk to your doctor, and do your research, because a lot of times when I walk in the doctor's office, I be already knowing what is wrong with me already. Okay, I be diagnosing myself, and I be right. As soon as I go to the doctor, I be knowing what's up, because I've looked up all of my symptoms and I've done my research, looked up everything I needed to eat, what treatments are available, and I'm gonna research everything. That's one thing that I am gonna do, is research. I'm gonna continuously read, and I'm gonna continuously go to my appointments, do my regular blood work, so that you can get early prevention and be on top of your health. I take my vitamins, I eat for any deficiencies that I'm having, and I'm just trying to eat a nutrient-based diet, green leafy vegetables. I always eat my meats, get my protein in. All of the things are very, very important. Some things that I experienced with this iron deficiency, severely anemic, because I was a severe anemic at first. It was scary. I was pale. My hair was falling out. Fatigue, sleepy all the time, tired. Listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, go to the doctor. Don't be scared of the doctor. And don't be scared to, research what's going on with your body. Know what's going on before you go into the doctor's office. Because honestly, a lot of the doctors don't be knowing every single thing. And you definitely need to read and do your research and do your due diligence. And then when you go to the doctor, you kind of know what's going on. And even if he doesn't catch something, you on top of your own health. Be on top of your own health and don't be scared to speak up about your health. That's a word of advice that I can give you, and that's kind of how I navigate my life. And yeah, so I definitely wanted to just tell you some things I was feeling. That paleness was weird. I really noticed it in my hands and in my feet. I noticed it maybe in pictures, like looking back, but when it was happening, I didn't notice it. Okay, so check your skin out. Just watch everything. Okay, just watch how you feel and talk to your doctor. Do your research. That's what I can tell you. And eat those nutrients. Take your vitamins if you have a deficiency. I have other deficiencies as well that some medications have caused. That's a whole nother story. Through my iron infusion, I was able to sleep the whole time through my IV drip and through my iron infusion. I was in a recliner. I had a blanket. The lady was like, you can bring some food to eat. I was like, oh, okay. Noted. You can bring snacks because you're going to be there at least for that first appointment. Yeah, so bring your snacks. It was relaxing. You could sleep the whole time. A lady had her laptop. Do what makes you comfortable, within reason so that you don't disturb nobody else. That was the vibe I got. It was peaceful in there. Several recliners where everybody was getting different treatments through their IVs. That's about it. What else can I tell you about it? And you is gonna feel wiped out. Okay, you're gonna feel like wipe out. You're gonna feel like you are exhausted, tired, and you really haven't done nothing but recline in the chair and get your iron transfusion. Iron infusion. You ain't sat there and did nothing but sit there and get your iron infusion, okay? So, yeah, you're going to feel even more fatigued. If you felt tired before, no energy, you're going to feel it even afterwards. But hopefully symptoms will subside and hopefully levels come up so you feel better. That's all I know. Stay hydrated during your whole, you're supposed to stay hydrated every day anyway. Drink a lot of fluids, drink a lot of water. My doctor also told me, of course, since I've had my iron infusion, I don't have to I don't have to take my iron tablets no more. I don't have to supplement my iron anymore. So, yay for that, because I had to set several alarms every day to make sure I took those, took my medicine right. You know what I mean? Like, you need to, and even if you are supplementing with the iron tablets, you have to separate those iron tablets and take your vitamin C, because if you take all the iron together, your body not going to absorb it. You have to separate them, like take it basically morning, noon, and night. If you have to take it 3 times a day or however many times your doctor prescribed you to take those iron tablets. So yeah, I came home today. I ate really good, ate some good food because I needed to eat, and I also needed to stay hydrated. I drink plenty of water. And the lady told me before I come in and get my ultrasound for my my vaginal exam and everything, the vaginal ultrasound or whatever test I gotta drink 32 ounces of water 1 hour before the appointment. But I drink a lot of water anyway because I gotta keep my skin, looking as good as I can. Okay? And of course, iron affects your skin, hair. It affects everything. Your immune system. You can be pale, hair falling out, fatigued, cognitive development, brain fog, if your iron levels are not where they're supposed to be, if your ferritin is not where it's supposed to be, if your hemoglobin is not where it's supposed to be. So yeah. But anyway, yes, I am still feeling flushed. I feel like my blood is circulating. My blood is really, really circulating. Of course, this is to get my red blood cells where they need to be and my platelets down. If platelets are high in your blood, you got to get them down. you got to get the platelets down. You know what I'm saying? And of course, hemoglobin matters. My hemoglobin has ran low. My ferritin has ran low. I am being transparent with y'all, telling y'all some real stuff, because I know I'm not the only one battling this thing. And of course, my period has turned against me in these 30s. I've always had, I felt like, heavy periods. I've always kind of had heavy periods, but I thought it was normal. But, you know, and I've seen blood clots. Them blood clots, I swear, I just got off my period, so I know my levels are all down. I really needed something to really replenish me, like this iron infusion, because I lost a lot of blood. Them blood clots was big. I could feel the blood clots passing through. I ain't never had a baby, but them blood clots was feeling like little babies, okay? A little baby was coming through and passing through. I know I'm telling y'all my business. This is too much information for somebody maybe not going through this. But if you're going through this, this is some real stuff that I've been experiencing. And this is being a woman. Being a woman is so hard. Like, we go through a lot. We go through a lot, whether you have kids or you don't have kids. Some people have to get blood transfusions because their period is working against them for whatever reason. And if your period is heavy, definitely go check why your period is heavy, because it's definitely an indicator that something is going on in your reproductive area. Something's going on with your uterus. Something's going on with your lady parts. So definitely, like I said, I'm about to follow up and get my ultrasound to see what's going on. I'm going to my doctor visit. That's actually coming up Monday, and I have talked y'all heads off. Now that it's getting later from the transfusion, I still feel the flush, especially in my feet and all in my legs. At first it was, I don't know, it's just like it's working down. Blood is circulating. I probably sound repetitive right now, but I don't care. This is how I'm feeling, and I want to document it. I don't know, I just like to document everything. And especially this is a big deal. I ain't never experienced nothing like this. And I definitely didn't want to get to the point where I needed a blood transfusion. I mean, my hemoglobin was not doing well either due to my period. Like sucking all my nutrients out. Hemoglobin and ferritin was not doing well. So I just had to come up off those supplements for right now. Do the best thing for me. Even though I was so scared, I stepped out on faith. I'm so proud of me on today. I have all in all 3 iron infusions. Not to be confused with blood transfusion. No, I don't have that. Thank God. And you can die if your hemoglobin is low, your ferritin is low, and all these things go untreated. So I just want to go to the doctor, do your research, eat your nutrients in your foods, and don't play around with your health. Go to the coochie doctor, get your pap smears, because that matters. You have to check your coochie out every single time. I don't play about my health. I'm going to the doctor. I'm getting all blood tests. I had one doctor order 17 vials of blood, baby. We gonna find out and get to the root of what the hell is going on. Okay? 17 vials of blood when this whole thing first started. Of course, that went with some, and then of course I would go and it would be 15 vials. Now it's down to 7 vials. So health is turning around. And just do what you have to do for your health. Get your blood work. I can't stress that enough. Like I said, get your pap smears, and we'll listen to your body. Talk to your doctor, and also do your own research, because some of these doctors don't know everything. And some of them can be really biased. But I'm not getting into that. But like I said, today I did have a good experience. I slept through the whole iron infusion. I don't know all my levels, and I don't know where the levels are supposed to be, like all the numbers. Because I just listen to the blood work when they tell me, oh, red alert, iron is low, hemoglobin low, ferritin low. Ferritin is your iron restores. Even my doctor told me my iron was doing well at this point. It was at a good number. It was at a decent number, but it wasn't where it was supposed to be. But you got to get those ferritin numbers up, because those are your iron restores. Your body has to the ferritin is your iron reserve, so you have to get that up. Hemoglobin wasn't looking good. So, you know, you can eat for your hemoglobin, you can eat for your ferritin, you can eat for your iron. Eat all the foods that you need to. You can Google them. They're everywhere. You can look on Lemonade. You can look on Instagram, hashtag what am I supposed to be eating so I can eat an iron-rich diet. Green leafy vegetables, red meat. You know, you just got to do what you got to do. But anyways, guys, I'm going to stop talking your heads off. I'm still having the flushing feeling, so I'm going to just lay down and ride it out. I have 2 more infusions to go. And then after that, we're going to do blood work to check to see where the levels are, if the iron infusions have worked. And hopefully I start feeling even more better. Because when your iron is low, you are sick. You're sick. Hair falling out, pale skin, fatigue. You sleep 8 hours a night or get a lot of rest, and you just can't, you still just don't feel good. And along with other things going on, heavy period, girl, everything is just taking you out. So I'm about to go to sleep. Today is July 23rd, 2026. I am Tiffany Monique. Thank you for watching this video. Sorry if I overtalked or talked too long. But yeah, I had to let y'all know. Alright guys, I will see you guys in my next video. And I'm probably going to document my next iron infusion. Because like I said, I ain't never been through this before. So I'm documenting the journey. So thank you guys for being on this journey with me. I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah, I love you. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. Peace.